I love this movie so much, we gotta do a spoiler talk for it. I'm just gonna talk off the cuff. It's gonna kind of be like a podcast mode. And yes, we're gonna be talking full spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled, make sure you drop a like, follow, come back later. I said in my spoiler-free review that this is my favorite movie of the year so far. And honestly, this is the most satisfied I've walked out of a movie theater to see a movie in a theater since I can't even remember. Sure, I'm a little biased. I love sports movies, I love boxing in general, and I love the Rocky Creed franchises. But if you were to take out all of the boxing and the fighting in this movie, you still have a pretty damn good movie. The acting is top-notch. Every character you meet in this movie, you genuinely care about. They give almost every character in this movie actual character. Before I get into anything else, the MVP of this movie in my eyes is Jonathan Majors. What a damn performance as Damien. You could just feel the raw hatred and revenge that he had in his heart from just a look and a facial expression. They told you 1,000 words without him saying one thing. That's when you know you're acting. And I mean, on the surface, yeah, the plot is pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and a little bit cliche. All of these boxing movies are. But I've always said, if you can make it effective and make it well, it doesn't matter if we've seen this story a million times. You can say that about damn near any movie ever. There's really only like 7 stories you can tell. I think there's an article or a book somewhere that says there's really only 7 stories that you can tell in any form of media. So as long as you can perform it well, direct it well, write it well, I don't care if I've seen the same story a million times. I'm gonna enjoy it. And this is the classic. We used to be brothers growing up. I got into some shit because of you. You grew up, got all this fame, money, and success, and I was in the pen for 18 years. I hate you. I should be living your life. You stole that from me, which comes to a very raw and emotional ending. I loved it, but even under the surface of all that, the family drama in the Creed household, the relationship between Adonis and his mother, which obviously led to her death, I kind of saw that coming, especially when they got into an argument. She was the one that didn't show Adonis the letters because she didn't want her son falling into that life that Damien fell into, which honestly led to his resentment towards Adonis. And honestly, that moment when his mother dies is so beautiful, especially when she thinks he's Apollo. Damn! I shed a tear, I'm not gonna lie. But Michael B. Jordan nails his directorial debut, I'm telling you. The sound design, the direction, the writing, the acting is great. You feel those punches being thrown and landed. And it's some of the most creative fighting I've seen in a boxing movie ever. The fight between Damien and Chavez specifically was gruesome. But it was so dope, especially when we get to the end fight and we get that whole moment where it gets you to kind of suspend your disbelief. It's just those two in the ring, which is a term that's used so metaphorically, and I'm surprised we've never really seen it on screen in a boxing movie. Everyone's gone in that moment. It's just those two fighters fighting. No score, just raw emotion. This is a movie you need to see in IMAX or Dolby. It was meant to be seen on the biggest, loudest screen possible. I think they're definitely setting up a future for his daughter in this movie. She's a little badass, and I love the fact that she was deaf. Just gives us more show, not telling, and I love that. Shout out to Wood Harris, one of my favorite actors who doesn't get enough credit. He's great in this movie. And overall, man, Creed, best movie I've seen this year, hands down, without a doubt.